From whence came the great lost civilizations of ancient America? Are Native Americans partly descendants of the lost tribes of Israel? Did seafaring Irish monks land their leather boats on the coast of North America 900 years before it was supposedly discovered by Christopher Columbus? Did Jews fleeing Roman persecution build a home in the New World in 135 AD?
Hi, I'm Robert Starling. I'd like to ask you to help me change some history. Specifically, I'd like to correct some misconceptions about who discovered America and when.
Students in our schools and universities today are taught that the ancestors of all Native Americans were Mongolians who migrated across the Bering Strait during an ice age 12,000 years ago. Why then do we find blood type and DNA evidence revealing multiple origins for these peoples? If the Western Hemisphere was isolated from contact with the Old World until 1492, why do we find more different types of racial and physical characteristics of America's ancient inhabitants in the deeper or older strata of the archaeologists' diggings?
There were migrations and visits to the Americas from at least as early as 3500 BC by peoples from Japan, China, Sumeria, Egypt, Ireland, Wales, and many others. I've spent over 30 years compiling the evidence for this amazing documentary. In 6 one-hour episodes of They All Discovered America, we're going to bypass the academic elite and take the evidence straight to the people in primetime network television. And this program will continue to be aired for years on domestic and international TV syndication, as well as video cassettes and DVDs. We're going to produce and distribute a study guide for schools that will create a wave of interest in history classes like no one's seen in a long time. We'll also be releasing a companion book that'll hopefully be a bestseller. You know, Oscar Wilde once said that, of course, America's been discovered often before. It's just always been hushed up. And there is an element of what I call the Columbus conspiracy in all of this. The unwillingness of the academic establishment to even look at the evidence or simply to call it a hoax. It's part of what some people have referred to as the NOBC principle that they adhere to, or no outsiders before Columbus. Well, now the evidence is starting to pile up faster than they can sweep it under the rug. It's just that nobody's ever been able to bring it all together and present it to a broad enough audience. And that's what we're going to do with They All Discovered America. Let's take a look at some of these exciting discoveries.
In 1966, Manford Metcalf found a stone on a Georgia creek bank with writing that was found to be Minoan Linear A script from the Isle of Crete in the Mediterranean. It dates to around 2800 BC. An elderly lady named Mrs. Hearn discovered a small lead tablet in her garden and gave it, along with some arrowheads she'd found, to her grandchildren in Alabama. It was later found to be inscribed with Sumerian writing dating to about 3500 BC from the area of modern-day Iraq. In 1860, a farmer in Newark, Ohio, discovered a small stone box in a nearby pre-Columbian Indian mound. Inside was a tablet covered with the Ten Commandments written in Hebrew. In the 1880s, a farmer in Kensington, Minnesota, plowed up a large stone containing Norwegian writing that told of a Viking expedition to that region in 1362. Other Viking rune stones have been found as far south as Oklahoma. In 1889, a Smithsonian archaeology dig in Bat Creek, Tennessee, uncovered a candy bar-sized stone. The writing on it was originally thought to be Cherokee, but recent discoveries show it to be an ancient form of Hebrew, dating to about 135 AD.
There's been amazing evidence discovered from Ecuador to Alaska that's going to blow apart the Columbus conspiracy. But we're going to let the defenders of the old establishment viewpoints have an opportunity to give their reasons to disbelieve. We're going to bring together top scholars and historians on both sides of the issue. It'll be like a shootout at the OK Corral. And some of these scholars get pretty passionate about their points of view.
Yes, am I saying he's not intelligent? Yes, he's worse than that. He's evil.
We're also going to film some reenactments of these lost moments in history when explorers and colonists came to the New World. This show is going to be a rapid-fire barrage of revelations and exciting entertainment that's going to knock the audience's socks off. It's going to be awesome.
They All Discovered America will be a landmark presentation in history and archaeology and a milestone in broadcast television. You can be a part of it and help make it come to pass. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.